Chapter 1 Festival Man. Rough waves crash against Shipwreck Cove as the pleasant ocean smell wafts around the whole island. It is late here as the tired resort goers either nestle up in their beds or explore the night scene of the island. Among the night scene was a traditional feast celebrated by all Hawaiians alike known as a luau. But the Lanaka family luau stood out from the others, mainly due to the force of nature known as Lanaka a hyena. Lanaka sits watching the waves, strumming his ukulele. What wonders do you deliver us today, world? And what can I offer to make it more enjoyable to others? Lanaka! Lanaka! A voice is heard. Lanaka's younger cousin comes running down the trail. Aloha! Over here! Lanaka replied. Praying to the deities again? Not till later. We have a luau, no? That's what I'm saying. Let's go. The two make their way down the trail, each step getting closer to the music. A huge crowd awaits them, adults and children alike anxiously waiting as the family of Lanaka tends to each guest for coffee or tea for the adults and punch or water for the kids. The pleasant smell of roasting pork fills the open canopy as a cool breeze carries it far. Lanaka's large, genuine smile covers his face as he enters to see the crowds that gather to see his family's pride in motion. No one enjoys the luau more than Lanaka Hyena. He lives to serve and is only satisfied when all his guests are satisfied. This deep, selfless nature goes beyond the luaus. Lanaka refuses all forms of enjoyment for himself, depriving himself of even common practices like alcohol or marriage. Lanaka is only truly content when he feels he has served another. Lanaka raises a hand and the large crowd of 380 all settle down to hear what Lanaka had to say. My cousin today reminded me how much of a virtue patience is. The cousin looks down in embarrassment. But I suppose patience can be thrown out the window when good food is involved, no? The cousin looks to Lanaka with a big smile and hugs him. Everyone line up for food and the adults can help themselves to some adult drinks at the bar. You only owe a smile to the bartender, and refills are unlimited. Just don't drink too much to not drive home safely. Lanaka towered over most. He is a 56-year-old Hawaiian native with caramel skin and is a hulking 6'3". Lanaka is wearing a black and red Hawaiian shirt with brown cargo shorts. He has short, raggy, jet black hair and thick eyebrows. The crowd slowly but orderly makes their way down to the buffet-style food islands. The food consisted of purple sweet potatoes, teriyaki beef, roasted pork, pink bread, citrus, fish, and chicken fried rice. The chickens and peacocks that live in the compound anxiously hang near the trash cans, awaiting all the wondrous scraps that will fall. A loud scream is heard amongst the crowd of people enjoying their meals. The scream halted the group. Lanaka rushes to see what's wrong. It hurts, a young child screams. What happened, son? I tripped and hit my head on this rock. What a stupid place for a rock, Lanaka shouted, surprising the boy. Lanaka grabs the rock and lobs it with tremendous force into the woods. The boy's surprised face turned into a faint chuckle. That was a bit extreme. Anything that disrupts a luau should be lobbed into the woods, he says with a bellow. Lanaka shouts for one of his cousins to get some first aid and they rush to heal the boy, using a mix of medication and herbal native healing paste. Thank you, sir. Lanaka ahaina. I hope I could ensure your pleasant night tonight, sir, Lanaka says with a smile. The boy nods in disbelief of his kindness. A drunk partygoer suddenly comes to Lanaka and puts his arm around him. What's your plans after this, boss? The man says with a hiccup. Well, mostly clean and start preparing next week's activities. Surely more than that. You must have a beautiful Hawaiian wife waiting for you back home with muscles like that. You could have them too with discipline. You have the frame for it. Thanks. So, you do got a girl? No. No, I do not. When I was young, my father was a fisherman. He works so hard for us every day, but I long to do what I am doing today. He worked himself to the bone to give us a life that he would never live. Our Hawaiian waves are dangerous. He fell off his boat on a solo trip and Riptide drug him under. I'm so sorry, man. That's awful. Life happens to us all. I decided to live the life of freedom my father couldn't. I pray the deities watch with him. That's powerful, man. Sorry to crush the vibe. Mahalo, sir. Lanaka hands him a bubbly soda to help with his stomach, and he walks out. You sneaking off again, Lanaka? His cousin from before shouts. Watch the place for me. I want to go visit my Makua. Come back before the fire show, please. You know how Anakala gets when he drinks and does the fire. Lanaka laughs. Have him wait for me for the fire, then. We cannot afford another scorching. Lanaka walks away laughing. Your Makua is proud of you, you know. My Makua wouldn't know what to do with himself in a place like this. We both work hard, but I make sure to be a part of the fun. Seeing others smile. I know, Lanaka. You tell me every Friday night. Do I? I lose track of the days. Lanaka waves and heads further into the nature path. The loud sounds of socialization masks the radio that Lanaka walks past. It hangs on the wall on the side of the restroom. This is not a test. The USA is under attack from an unknown threat. The first strikes happened in Detroit, Michigan, and have not stopped since. Unknown crafts are rapidly descending from our atmosphere. Air defenses cannot keep up with the numbers, but some were struck down. Any and all who can hear this broadcast, you must take shelter indoors. Stay in the middle floor to avoid foundation collapse. Hide under something. There is no proof, but they seem to be crashing only near or around people. It may be terrorism, but at this point we cannot make any conclusions out of respect for other nations who are also under the same attack. No further comments at this time. This is not a test. The broadcast plays on repeat. Lanaka is seen from orbit. A singular red hovers in the atmosphere above Hawaii. Lanaka nears an open patch of beautiful Hawaiian flowers of all colors. These flowers are a tourist delight and nightmare. Most from the mainland cannot handle the unique pollens they produce. Aloha, Makua. The waves are furious tonight, Lanaka says, overlooking the shore, protruding lava rock turned into tide pools in the near distance. I wish we could have had my luau together. I wish we had another moment here together, but I have grown. I am strong now. Please continue to watch over me and my ohana. Together we accomplish anything. Lanaka looks up to the sky and sees a bright red light. A red star? I have never seen one like that, Lanaka says, slightly concerned. The red light begins to pulse. Bursts of red energy surround it. Meanwhile, on the ship, the bactericide's Xemezian watches from the window. Sire, if you are not in the fluid drive when we harbor, your clone will be killed. Wait, you don't care, do you? A green within the ship says. Yes, there's enough of me in the drive to rapidly replicate. I want to see this. My harboring will be perfect. At this range, with the large male target, our chances of success are 64%. The winds are harsh today, and we have some clouds that will limit visibility on descent. Fear not, fretful green. Luck has been on my side since I was inherited the will of the black holes. But you don't have your power yet. Silence. You are killing my vibe. Master is being absorbus again, a green thinks. Prepare the thrusters. He is out in the open. We won't get a better chance than now. Actually, if we await the clouds to move, our chances will increase by 8%. Xemezian interrupts by pressing the descent button. Panicked Green scrambles about, ensuring the balance gauge and thrusts are prepared for another boost. The initial boost from the moon to Earth claimed the lives of a few million Miets. The ship begins to rapidly descend towards Lanaka. Ah! Lanaka shouts. Lanaka begins to sprint away from the evil red light in the sky. He stumbles on some protruding lava rock and slices his foot. He quickly gets up and starts running again. Master, with his moving like this and our speed, our chances have dwindled down to 24%. We should slow down and chase him down on land. No! I can sense Zafxen is harbored. I won't be the only one who didn't get a direct latch. Stop warning me and focus on the landing. 21%, it responds. Increase speeds! 16%. He is going under thick foliage. The crown burns through the trees violently as Lanaka gasps and pants to escape. Latch! Xemezian yells. The crown smashes into Lanaka's head, making his robust body reverberate from the impact. He falls to his knees in pain. The crown immediately drills into Lanaka's brain. He lets out a scream in agony as he tries to scramble, but his body just won't let him. Makua! What is happening to me? Island gods! Please do not forsake me! Suddenly, Lanaka notices an intense metal taste in his mouth, and he starts to forget even why he was out here. Wow, he mumbles. Lanaka actually manages to get upright and starts stumbling towards the luau. What drive and tenacity this human has. I have not even tricked his body to ignore the crown's weight yet, Xemezian thinks. I am coming back. Are you enjoying the purple sweet potato? He says as he stumbles again. Meet me in your mind, a voice is heard within Lanaka's. The strong drug-like fluid was now starting to mesh with Lanaka's. Blue fluid fills his once red veins, and the fluid's strong DNA has no trouble using the human heart to properly circulate the fluid within the body. Lanaka suddenly falls through a colorful chasm deep within his mind. He is rapidly descending and trying to hold on to his dinner. Lanaka crashes hard onto the rocks, but the pain seems superficial. Lanaka, awake. Your mission to serve is not over. Am I dead? He asks, the looming voice hidden in darkness much further in the cave. No, my son, you are reborn. Reborn? Did I die? Come closer. I want to see you up close, Xemezian says with malice. Lanaka hobbles towards the voice until he reaches the feet of Xemezian. He stands over 100 foot in this mental chasm, but he sits down Indian style to see Lanaka up close. You live to serve, no? Yes, my Makua taught me. It is the way to live. Ah, he sounds wise. Tell me, how can you live to serve? Xemezian asks. I can't explain it. I was not always like this. It takes dedication, drive, focus, meditation to be selfless. Interesting. Selfish, selfless. They sound so similar but couldn't be more different. Who? Oh, me? Oh, I am the god of the world, and I can assure you that I am far from selfless. Quite the opposite, in fact. Lanaka stumbles backwards. Hey now, what happened to your stoic will to serve you brag so much of? Serve me. You have no choice. You can resist and be forced, or you can submit and be used at my will. There are really a lot of options for me to force you to concede. But if you submit, I will at least let you watch. You will see through my eyes as I conquer this world. I. Will you promise not to hurt others? Oh, yeah, I am benevolent, much like your deities. Lanaka stops trying to leave the cave and falls to his knees. Much better. Xemezian sets a large, ornate tub in front of Lanaka. Submerge here. It is the most effective way to make our consciousness link. We will still be able to communicate here. If you want to chat, I will allow it. Lanaka is reluctant, but his natural-born desire to serve, mixed with a deadly dose of metallic alien fluid, causing him drug-like effects, made it impossible to resist Xemezian. Lanaka submerges himself in the tub, but floats back up due to his weight. The angered Xemezian forces him under. Blue, violent sparks fill the cave as the wire tree grows from the tub, and Lanaka bound to its center. You live in an interesting place, Lanaka hyena. I hate to make it fall to ruin. I am the only crown who landed within thousands of miles of this place, but the devastation will match that of Zafxen's in the mainland. Lanaka grumbles, and a tear rolls out of his eye. Come on now, Lanaka. Rejoice. Let us serve the world what it deserves. A new leader. A new god.